All right then guys, so today I'm going to take you through how to perform the deadlift based on the 3 universal truths that we coach at Desert Barbell. All right, so the first universal truth that we have is the power, the force, comes from the muscles of the legs and the hips. Now, in order for us to properly execute this, we need to make sure our feet are in the correct position. So typically a good start point is going to be for our feet to be roughly underneath our hips. So when Beck approaches the bar, she's going to stand as if the bar is covering where she ties her shoelaces. If she's not wearing shoes with laces, then it's going to be kind of at the top of the foot where the foot and the leg meet. So the cue that we like to use here to get people to properly use their legs is to think about pushing the floor away like you're performing a leg press. Good, push the floor away. Push, nice. So one final thing to do with the lower body. When Beck actually begins to initiate the pull, her shins should come into contact with the bar. So the second universal truth that we coach with the deadlift is breathing and bracing. If you want to kind of deep dive into this, refer back to the section on the squat where I give you a good example of how to get a proper brace. Now, for the deadlift, the brace contributes to us maintaining a neutral spine as we begin the deadlift. So when it comes to bracing, you'll see a lot of the top lifters bracing in kind of different ways at different points in their setup. However, the way that we like to teach it at Desert Barbell is that you will begin your brace as you start to pull yourself into position. Okay, so the third universal truth that we have is to do with the upper back. So the upper back in the deadlift should ideally be into a neutral position where we are resisting the pull of the bar forward and taking us into that kind of flex position. So in order to kind of get the shoulders and the upper back in the best position, the first thing we need to address is grip width. Now, I recommend that you take your grip width just outside of your thighs. So when we are then thinking about really exaggerating this kind of neutral position, what we want to think about is about protecting the armpit and pulling the chest through. We need to do all of this as we pull ourselves into position, not forgetting that we also need to maintain an effective brace as well. So the deadlift is actually different to the squat and the bench press in that there is no eccentric component. That means that we need to get the setup as correct as we possibly can in order for the lift to be successful. So when it comes to performing the deadlift, typically you're going to see 2 choices of grip. We have a mixed grip and we have the hook grip. Which one is best for you? Well, that really depends. Which do you feel most comfortable using? My advice would be you pick one and you stick with it in order to be as successful as you can. So if you found this information on the deadlift useful, please make sure you come and check out our deadlift clinics, you come get some personal coaching, or you invest in taking on the Desert Barbell Strength Coach certification.